It's just wicked. Now, this isn't just happenstance, people. This isn't just happening, right? Because an article came out
yesterday,
right? Came out yesterday. And let me pull this up real quick. The federal law enforcement is saying they have been documenting, and their documents reveal white inferiority organizations. I don't call them white supremacists. Right. They're inferior, or they wouldn't have fear. Discuss using coronavirus as a bioweapon, right? So they've been talking about this since February. They've known about this, since it came out, and they said, well, if we catch it,
right,
then everyone we might as well spread it, right?
That's what they're doing.
And that's what they're doing, right? So none of this is in happenstance. The two gentlemen, if I can say that they're gentlemen, that were on the subway cars, it's not by, happenstance or just by coincidence that they happen to be doing this in two different cities, right? If you get this, then it's your obligation to spread it, right? Take spring break. People are sheep, right? There's a video going around where there's a audience and the guy is filming it on his cell phone. Now, he has this swoopy, he's blonde and pale, and he has this swoopy hairdo. Now, you know that swoopy hairdo where the part is on one side, and they're trying to kind of emulate Adolf Hitler, right? He's filming, right? So how easy is it to have people be sheep and say, yeah, let's go out here and do this, so that you can help get them in the water, help get them places, spray things that will get them sick, and then they take the virus back to their people, right? Now, the New York Post has another image of another Chinese person actually spitting on the keys of the elevator, right? Okay, so the feds report chatter of white inferiority groups discussing using coronavirus as a bioweapon. Weekly intelligence. They want to target law enforcement in non-white communities, right? Designed to infect with the coronavirus. Now, this is their new designation for white extremists. They call them white, radically motivated, violent extremists. They say they are obligated to spread coronavirus if they contract the virus, right? Suggested ways of spreading the virus. Spreading in public among perceived enemies. Leave saliva on door handles at local FBI offices. Spitting on elevators, we've seen that. And spreading COVID germs to non-white neighborhoods. Is this one of the big reasons? Now, this is the question. Is this one of the big reasons why they're actually shutting down cities? Because they realize that these people are out to do just that.
Yeah, it could be.
Are they shutting down cities because they realize the people are out to do that and spread this virus, and they don't want the panic to happen, such as people finding out that these people are spreading this virus and it's spreading it amongst their own people. See, it's not a coincidence. Some agents feel that they're
honorary Aryans,
spreading amongst their people. Aryans are spreading amongst their people because the people at spring break, they listen to hip hop music. So I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to read a comment that Ed Martin said. Why aren't we as American blacks more into the sciences and more into the biochemistry of things? Think about that for a minute. I'm going to read what Ed Martin said. don't agree. If race is involved, why is it on every continent and country on the world? And the main point of the opening was to talk about how white inferiority organizations are trying to use it as a bioweapon, right? So it's going across, but they're trying to use it as a bioweapon to have their ultimate goal, which they call, let me find what the word is for that. They call it Accelerationism, which is they believe to collapse the society so that Nazis can take over. It has to be destabilized by any means. Right. Let's go to 12 Monkeys, because we are in the middle of a pandemic, and 12 Monkeys, a classic, 1995, a movie in 4 acts. Now, movies are supposed to be done in 3 acts, but 12 Monkeys is done in 4 acts, right? And so we're not going to give too much of the details away. Right. We just set up a synopsis, but it's in Act 1 through Act 4. It's very interesting to have created a film like this, where it's Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, because usually films are Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, like a play. But this one has an extra act because you're fully introduced to him before he goes into this, to what will be considered the normal world from the dystopian world. Now, as a film, laying out, it's a detective, sci-fi, thriller, with action.
And they're dealing with what we're dealing with now, a virus.
A virus.
Different type of virus.
A different type of virus. And much like what we talked about at the top of the show, about how the white inferiority groups are trying to use COVID-19 as a bioweapon, is much like what this contagion is in 12 Monkeys.